ladies and gentlemen. But I want to get into something that a lot of people were talking about. You talked about J.J. McCarthy. We talked about C.J. Stroud. We talked about Bryce Young. A lot of these guys are they're all going after one thing that Bryce had a year ago, and it's that Heisman. We're here for the Heisman Watch, ladies and gentlemen.
With team success comes individual success. So without y'all.
We are all about it. We are so ready because, ladies and gentlemen, it's never too early. Never too early to talk about the Heisman Watch. And there is a number of guys already out there. We've said a couple of these names. I'm going to put this up right here, Alex. C.J. Stroud, Caleb Williams, Bryce Young, Dylan Gabriel, Stetson Bennett, J.J. McCarthy, Spencer Sanders, Michael Penix Jr., Hendon Hooker, and Jordan Addison are on that list. Anthony Richardson has gotten some attention, which is interesting because he has no passing touchdowns, but he is definitely a baller. Talk to me about those names. Obviously, we have the ones that we know and the ones that are kind of, since they've been in college football, they've been on that list. But look, you got your boy, JJ. You got Michael Penix Jr. You know what I mean? Even Dylan Gabriel is pretty high up there. Who is your favorite right now? And kind of where do you stand with this list?
To me, I mean, as you can see with the odds there, it's kind of a 3-horse race right now with Stroud, Williams, and Young. They've kind of separated themselves. It's going to take a massive moment from Bennett or Gabriel or McCarthy or Hooker or any of these guys to get into that race.
Yeah.
I think it is going to be one of those three of Stroud, Williams, and Young.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm leaning towards Caleb Williams right now.
Yeah. Just
with how high-powered that offense is in LA. They're scoring at will against anyone and everyone. And Stroud and Young are going to have to play some tougher defenses where I think they might struggle a little bit.
Yeah.
So to me, I feel like this is Caleb Williams' award to lose at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see if he can hang on to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, like you said, you got the first two, the 1 and 3 who had it last year. Number 2, he's a bright, shiny toy, but he was also here a year ago. Honestly, and shout out to them boys in This Week in SEC. I got to shout out Stetson Bennett. He's now, balling, man. He is balling out. He is leading the number 1 team in the country, and he looks like he is doing it, and it's easy for him. He looks like he is the right now, in my opinion, he looks like the most comfortable, the most put together QB in college football. And I mean, that's
and I don't know that it's close.
Right. So, again, a lot of this has to do with team success, and a lot of this has to do with he is the only quarterback in the country right now that has a national championship under his belt, and he's still playing. He knows what he's doing. And it kind of reminds me Joe Burrow, the guy in the video, the first guy in the video. It reminds me because that year, the whole cigar smoke, the brash confidence and all that. That's what Stetson looks like. Even when he's coming off the field, it's like, I got this. But it's I trust my team, I trust my coaches, I trust my defense. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, well, and he's going to have the chance to have that moment, kind of like Burrow did. He doesn't play Alabama until after it's decided, obviously. But, I mean, you look at some of these teams he's got to play still. Auburn, Vanderbilt, Florida, Tennessee, Kentucky. There's a lot of opportunities to get your Heisman moment there. And I said it was going to take 1 or 2 moments for these guys to get into that race. Stetson has every opportunity to do it.
Yeah.
He's just got to make it happen.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's another one where I believe it's on him. He has to make this thing happen. He has to get it done. And let's see if he can do it. Let's see if he can do it. Now, those are the front runners. Those are the ones that we think. But look, let's go into our dark horse. And look, you have the hat on. Okay. All the Michigan faithful would just think it criminal if you not try to make a pitch for your quarterback, J.J. McCarthy. I know he hasn't played anybody, but like you said before, he has 1 or 2 plays in a game that just make you sit back in your chair like, wow. So talk to me, man. Talk to me about your guy.
It's hard because I'm trying to be realistic with it. Like, you've played like 3 or 4 quarters against absolute nobodies. But I mean, you look at the Hawaii game, he went 11 of 12 or whatever it was, and his only incompletion was a drop pass. Hit the guy right on the numbers, he dropped it.
Yeah.
So it's McCarthy can make every throw, no matter where on the field, perfect touch, real nice accuracy. He's mobile. He has the highlight plays. Like you just said, there's even last year when he was the backup, there was 1 to 2 plays every game where it was just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like he's got the talent and potential to be a future like top draft pick. He's just got to show it. And again, you want to talk about having your chance to have a moment. You've got, Maryland today, who's no slouch. You've got Penn State, Michigan State, Iowa still, Ohio State.
Yeah.
You're going to have your opportunity to have these moments, and you've got the weapons around you. Show up and make these plays.
There it is. And look, it would not be right if I also did not go homer for my dark horse.
He's climbing, man. He's right there.
Yes. This guy, Drake May, true freshman, 72 of 97 for 930 yards, 11 touchdowns, and 1 interception. My guy is balling out each week. Yes, you want to look at the schedule? Georgia State, App State, who is definitely rising themselves. You know what I mean? FAMU. Yes, I see that. Today's going to be a huge test against Notre Dame because I think their record does not indicate how good they really are.
They're a much better team than their record shows.
Exactly. So look, Drake May, he is showing poise, he is showing confidence, and he is showing that he can ball. I mean, look, there have been times you talk the App State game, we were down 21-7 at one point, and then he jumps us up to 41-21.
Unreal.
Right. Back and forth. Even in the game a week ago, we were, I believe it was 28-21 at one particular point.
Yeah.
Drake May brings us back into the ball game and does it. He has a running game. He has a little bit of an offense, but he is able to control just the momentum, the tempo on the field. He's got the offense, and he's able to do it when in one game he didn't even have his number 1 guy, Josh Downs. So it's whoever's here, line up, let's ball. I'll find you. I absolutely love what he's bringing to the table. My early dark horse, man, Drake May, North Carolina. Keep it up, young one. Keep it up, young stuff. Let's go.
Yeah, well, I remember, I think it was the App State game, and I just partway through, like when he started having that comeback, I messaged you. I was like, you got your guy. Yep. Like, this is your guy. Like,
absolutely.
The dude, whether he gets into it this year or not, he's going to be in the conversation year in and year out as long as he's there, as far as I'm concerned. The dude can ball.
He needs to. He absolutely needs to be. Now, so all right, those are our picks. Who anybody else on this list, or maybe that's not on this list, that you might look at? I know Sam Hartman kind of fell out due to the injury, but he still has the talent. I know Michael Penix has hopped up on this list for the first couple of games, but it's interesting.
I don't know that he's got enough of a schedule,
right,
to climb in and have that signature moment that these other guys are gonna have.
Yeah.
So for me, he'll stay in that top 10, I think, but I don't think he'll get close enough to be a finalist.
And let me ask you this. I'm not saying, we've seen what can happen. Russell Wilson went from NC State to Wisconsin and then kind of jumped himself up in that conversation. But I don't know. Is it me, or does it kind of just still reek of that Indiana on him? You know what I mean? Like, it's just like Indiana's not when's the last time they really have had a Heisman? I got to go back to, I think it was Darnell Thompson or Anthony Thompson back in like 1990.
Yeah. It's been a while.
It's been a long time since they've had it. And a lot of it, like, we remember that game where he dives the pylon against Penn State and beats them. And we remember how gutsy he is. And he's had, that Michigan State game, that was a Heisman moment. He wasn't supposed to win that game. But I don't know that I don't know. Maybe I just can't keep getting past the past. But to me, he's got to do a little bit more, to kind of make me say, this is Washington. Like, you're going to have to bring Washington to the Pac-12 championship or something for me.
Yeah, he's going to have to dominate conference play. That's what he's going to have to do, plain and simple. If he wants in that conversation to be a finalist, he's going to have to do it. Another guy, don't sleep on Will Anderson.
Yes.
He is still the best overall player in college football this year.
Period. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So we shall definitely see. There's still a number of people that are on here. Some people will drop off. Some people will move up. I know if Kate was on here, she would say, "You're running back, Mr. 5 touchdown, Blake Corum." And definitely want to shout him out. I think he's only one of 3 Michigan running backs to have a 5 rushing touchdown game.
Yes, Haskins last year against Ohio State.
Yeah.
And then
who's
the other one? It was a little bit ago. For sure. Yeah. Yeah, he balled out for sure, but I love his demeanor. Like I said, he went into that press conference and said, "We haven't played anybody. This is where it starts." So the same thing with JJ. Go make those plays. Go score and go have a multiple touchdown or 200-yard game against Penn State or Michigan State or Iowa or Ohio State. Go handle your business in these games. He's got the offensive line to do it. Go do it. Go show the world who you are.
Right. Absolutely. Like the song says, let's give them something to talk about.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Give them something to talk about, because that's what's going to get you in front of the pollsters and the boosters and all these people. Give them something to talk about. Win big time games, and that starts today. That starts today for Drake May, for JJ McCarthy, for all these guys on this list. Because let it be known, you fall off once, and they will drop you just that quickly. We saw last year how at one point in the season the Heisman favorite was Matt Corral. Then he got hurt. They lost. Things kind of changed around for him. So it is interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting close to the end of the show. I will be traveling as soon as I get out of here, going to the great state of North Carolina to go see my family with Catherine. She's actually shopping right now. So, yeah. All right. I said, that's fine. I'm doing a show. We're good.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. If you liked that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.